Ah, yes, your wife or girlfriend is ready to acquire their first concealed carry or home defense handgun. And what does every boomer within a 20-mile radius immediately begin recommending to them? The smallest pink revolver that, and I quote, looks cute and fits their hand that they can find. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. Today, we have Nighthawk out here.
Hi, Nighthawk.
And we are going to be testing a ton of different revolvers, shooting the entire cylinder on the shot clock and comparing it directly against her Glock 26 carry gun Generation 3, of course. If you want to support the channel, hit the like button, leave your Combat Llama emojis down below, and post your predictions. Which of these guns that I'm about to introduce will do the best against her Glock 26, or will she just immediately hate all of them and revert back to her Glock 26? I'm going to hold them up and show them. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on this topic, Nighthawk, and what your predictions are for how the day will turn out.
So I don't have much experience with revolvers. When we got the Colt on the channel, I shot it a little bit, but other than that, this is going to be a very raw first take of like comparing it directly. So I am trying to go in with no reservations and just see, but I can tell you my immediate first reaction is the fact that they all look larger. Even the small one looks to me like it would just be difficult to carry and kind of a nuisance. And then the second obvious factor is that I recognize I only have 6 bullets and not a fast reload.
Not even 6. And this smallest revolver, which is a very common, this is what a lot of guys are called a Chief Special.
Oh, it's 5.
This is a Model 36 38 Special only. And this is a very common recommendation for what a lot of guys or gals will recommend to their friend, their girlfriend, that smaller statured shooter for their first gun would be something similar to this Model 36. Now, obviously, there are more modern day Smith & Wesson J-frames that are out there, like the 642, I believe, the airweight models. But the point is, we have a ton of different guns. We have 2 Pythons out here, okay, a 4 1/4 and a 3-inch Python, as well as the Model 36, a Model 66 Smith & Wesson, and a Model 681. The 2 on the right are probably your more combat oriented, if you will, Smith & Wesson handguns, a kind of an ankle or female gun that a lot of guys will find out why it's not most likely here today, and of course the beautiful 2 Colt Pythons over here.
Now, what do you mean by combat oriented?
The grips, so the grips and the guns, when I think of a Smith & Wesson handgun, for me, even though I might be crazy, 6 shots, sometimes 7 with the 686 plus and some guns like that, or the 586, the grips and everything is more oriented towards, I won't say duty, but I would say more serious use, right? I should note, we are only going to be shooting 38 special, okay? Here today, no 357 as that's extremely expensive, and we are a self, I guess, promoted and sponsored channel. But if you join the Discord channel through the Patreon for $5 a month, it gets you access to that closed Discord server, and or just hit the like button, and maybe I'll send you a link because I love you for hitting the like button and leaving your Combat Llama emoji down below. Anyway, so the plan here, we're going to start with the smallest.
Okay.
The smallest gun is going to be the Model 36, followed by the Model 66, followed by the 3-inch Python, because 3 inches is a Magnum, followed by the 4 1/4 Python Blued, followed by the Model 681, which I believe is the heaviest and largest handgun out here. Okay, you're putting them in order.
Yep.
Okay, so we will have them in order, and she will simply shoot a cylinder through each of the guns on the shot clock. We have a ton of targets downrange, and we'll see how it actually fares. And at the end of the day, guess what? She'll shoot a quote-unquote cylinder, which is going to be 1 round for YouTube, through this gun, because that is what the standard capacity is of the gun, and we will compare the times and see what Nighthawk thinks throughout the day. This is going to be a fun video.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for hanging out. We do have the shot timer that will write everything down. It's just going to be a good... What's your prediction?
My prediction is that I'm probably gonna still like my Glock. I would be really shocked if I was like, I think I'm gonna start carrying a revolver, because just logistically I can tell you I have no interest in it, but I'm interested to see if they're fun guns to shoot.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, yes, protection, safety is important, training is important, but also having fun is important. So I'm interested to see if these are just fun guns to shoot and something to kind of just make the day go fun.
So the way we will be testing this is not going to be in single action. We're going to test it. This weapon is clear and safe, okay? We're going to obligatory flag the camera. We're going to be shooting it in double action only mode, okay? So shaboom, shaboom, shaboom is the way you're going to want to think when you're shooting the gun.
Okay.
We're not going to cock and fire, okay? And of course, this is a newer production, so no, I'm not damaging it for all the fuzz that are watching. Also, it's my Python, and guess what? I can do whatever I want to the gun.
What's the difference in benefit of
the Hillary
going
hole? So in modern day, you're talking about the...
cocking back every time?
Oh, it's just so
versus-
much. Watch the trigger. Okay, I'll show it for the viewer too. When you cock the weapon, it brings the trigger back to the single action stage.
so
So now I can just fire with a much crisper trigger.
Got it.
So today you're going to want to go shaboom.
It's going to be a
shaboom.
much longer trigger pull.
Yes, and the
Got it.
pythons are very, very smooth. Okay, very smooth. Shaboom, shaboom, shaboom.
So it doesn't have like a trigger safety feel like the Glocks do.
No,
Cool.
all these are going to be the same. This weapon's clearance safe. Okay, these are very good triggers. Oh wow. Okay, so
All right.
The point is we'll be testing a bunch of guns. It's going to be a blast. Let's get into the shooting.
I like
All right,
it.
here we go.
Let's do it.
Okay, we are loaded. Model 36, 38 special only. It's on the beep. It's going to be 6 rounds, top left target from the exact same distance all day, roughly, I would say roughly 10 feet, right? Okay, you're going to be aiming at their feet all day, okay? All right.
At their feet.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
For the starting point. All right, shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by.
Ooh. Ow. Am I even hitting anything?
Okay, so what are your initial impressions? Have you ever shot a 38 special before, or that gun before,
This one, no.
or a gun like that?
No, I mean, yeah, I've shot a revolver. The pythons we have, I did like one round, you know, like
Have you
one.
ever shot a gun that small?
No.
Okay, so let's go look at the target.
Did I even hit anything? What happened?
That is exactly why. You cannot make this up. Point to what target you're
Like I felt like I was lining up my sight. I mean the sights are, I mean, crap, but like
Okay,
I
tell
was
the
pointing
camera
right at
now.
it, only 10 feet away.
Okay, tell them right now. Should they, if they're a female shooter, or a smaller statured shooter, should this even be an option? What are your thoughts?
No, this was miserable. This was miserable to shoot. The trigger pull was really, really, really tough, and I missed everything. Like, I don't even know where the shots went. I was very clearly aiming. I mean, I'm not the best shooter, but they've seen me on the channel. Like, I can hit a target. I don't know where my shots went. That was terrible, and it hurt. Like, the third shot, I was like, ow! Like, it hurt my hand. Yeah.
What we're talking about here is 5 rounds. That's all you have. You have 5 rounds, and she just missed all 5 rounds at literally 10 feet, maybe a tiny bit closer, with the Chief Special, okay? And she is a well-trained shooter for semi-automatic guns. So that is the perfect example of why shooting and recommending a gun like this to a smaller statured shooter, or any shooter in general, is a bad idea, okay? So, yep, help me out there. All right, so we're going to move into the next gun. The time was 15:09.
Time doesn't even matter. I missed everything.
Okay, so trash, nothing. Okay. Model 66, 3-inch, 38 special. Here we go. Target number 2. Shooter ready.
Yeah. Now I'm like scared 'cause I don't like it.
Stand by. Okay, time 10:19. Let's go check the target. What do you think? What are your initial thoughts on this one? I'll trade you.
This one was better.
Okay.
This one was better. Clearly, I mean, pulling up to the right, but still hitting target. The trigger didn't feel as heavy, as stuck, I guess is the best way I could describe it. The pull was a lot easier on it. The sights on this particular gun were just easier to actually visualize and line up, especially with that orange at the end. I like this one better. The last one was miserable. This one didn't hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did obviously 6 rounds, 6 impacts. You're actually hitting the target.
Yeah.
So would you say a Chief Special Model 36 is completely out of the question when compared to a Model 66?
Yeah, 100%. That one was nice. I didn't mind that one.
Your time was a 10:19 as opposed to a 15:09, I believe, with no impacts to 6 impacts. So for some reason, somebody just absolutely is dead set on a revolver. A 2 3/4 or 3-inch would be the minimum 6 shot with a Model 66. Okay, let's move on to the next option. Okay, so far we have shot the Model 36, 0 impacts, roughly 15 seconds, not a good look. Then we shot the Model 66, 6 impacts, and roughly exactly a 10:19. And now we're moving on to the Colt Python 3-inch, and then it'll be the 4 1/4, then the Model 681. Okay, the Python I think is going to be one of your favorites, but we'll find out. Python 3-inch, here we go. All right, shooter, third target, 6 rounds. Are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Okay. All right. So time 11.17. What are your thoughts on that?
I like that one too. More accurate, arguably. I mean, I got more
About the same.
about the
I
same.
would say.
Closer group with the other one.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I had to the first shot. I definitely didn't grip well enough. I had to readjust my grip and really tighten it on it more than I'm used to.
Help me out. There we go.
But I think once I got that going, I did better with it. Again, generally, like it's okay. I would relate them pretty close, similar.
Which one was easier to shoot, the Python or the Model 66?
I feel like the 66, honestly, was
Really?
easier to shoot. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You were in a 11.17, so a tiny bit, 1 second slower.
Yeah.
About the same accuracy. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next gun.
Cool.
Okay. Python 4 1/4. Here we go. Target number 4. Shooter ready. Stand by. What happened on that very first trigger pull? Talk to him.
It was harder than I expected, yet again.
Okay. All right.
I feel like there's like no consistency other than the fact that they're just all aggravating.
3.47 or 13.47.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
1 miss. What are your thoughts on the Python 4 1/4?
Once I got used to it, I think that one was my first shot. I'm pretty sure I pulled my first shot
Yeah, it took you about 4 days to get that first round
one.
downrange.
Yeah, but once I did that, I mean, it was nice. Once I realized like how the shaboom, like you say, once I got that in my head and the feel for it, I liked it.
Oh, so I'm right. I'm just kidding. Okay, so what are your thoughts? We had a 13.47, about 2 seconds slower than the other Python.
Yeah.
1 miss. No go on the bigger Python?
Yeah, I guess not.
Okay. All right. Well, you're more accurate. You just had 1 miss. All right,
Yeah.
we're going to move on to the next gun. Smith & Wesson Model 681. Here we go. We're going back to target number 1 because the Model 36 had no impacts. Shooter ready. Aim at their feet. Stand by. Okay. All right. Time. 9.18. Fastest time of the day. 3 alphas down there. Yep. All right. What are your thoughts? I'll trade you. Here's this. Weapon
Thank
is
you.
clear.
There you
Good.
go.
What are your thoughts?
That one felt nice to shoot. Yeah, it felt nice to shoot, but I wasn't nearly as accurate with it.
You're faster, and you were the most accurate, technically.
Really?
Yep. With hit factor. So
Okay.
technically, this is the best for you, but it's also literally the biggest gun out here. So
Yeah, like I'm not gonna carry that.
right.
But it was fun to shoot. I liked it.
Right. So you had 0 impacts, and then you had that, then that, then that, and then that. So what are your overall thoughts on revolvers now?
They're fun to shoot for just like funsies, whatever. But if you are trying to get your girlfriend, wife, friend, whoever into shooting or into carrying or having a handgun at home, revolver is just not the way to go, in my opinion. That first one was mind-blowing to me. And the fact that you say that that's what most people go towards for females or smaller stature people is a small revolver like that. Yeah, no wonder the women, they get brought to the range, they come, they shoot it, and they go, yeah, this is not for me. It hurt my hand. It wasn't enjoyable to shoot. It's tedious to load. I don't feel confident in its function, and I miss the entire target. There's something to be said about like having that feedback. That's why I like shooting steel, because it's nice to have that audible feedback of like, oh, I'm hitting the target. If you are miserable doing it, it hurts your hand, you're not confident in it, and you have nothing on paper to show for it, why would you come back? Why would you stay involved in shooting or be even interested in carrying that? If I can't hit a standing still target, why would I feel confident in carrying that at home for self-defense? So yeah, revolver is not the way to go.
All right, you heard it here, guys. Stop buying small, ridiculous guns.
Yeah.
If you want to support the channel, do all the things. And now you see why revolvers and small guns in general are dead in 2025. Thanks for supporting the channel. Hit the like button, do all the stuff. And until next time, this is going to be Trench Grenade and Nighthawk, your average. I guess revolvers do suck. We already knew. For smaller stature shooters, video enjoyer that your mom says that we have at home, signing out.
Cheers.
Cheers. Nighthawk, baseline test, Glock 26. Shooter ready. Stand by. Thoughts?
Gun clear and safe.
Okay, I'll trade you. What are your thoughts? We'll go check target.
Heck yeah.
Way better. Time,
Heck yeah.
9.21, I believe. Yep, 9.21. Guess what?
I'm actually so proud of that.
Yeah, more accurate, more better. Guess what? For all the women out there, or just smaller statured, older people, whoever, just get a Glock 26 or whatever, and you'll be better off. What are your thoughts, Nighthawk?
So immediate thoughts are, right off the rip, more holes in paper for your Minecraft server, and I mean, yeah, look how accurate. Like compared, we still have the old targets up. Compared,
so there's the Glock 26. You're a second faster.
I was a second faster.
Triple. You shot, may or may not have shot 13 rounds, may or may not for YouTube, and you did it in the exact same time as the fastest revolver, and you had way more hits in the A zone. If you just go over here and look at the way slower targets, you guys already know. So, what are your thoughts, Nighthawk?
Yeah, I love my Glock. I mean, I went into the revolver thing with an open mind. I did. I really wanted to, like, just even for fun, enjoy the gun. But yeah, revolvers suck for small stature people and things of that nature.
They suck for everybody.
Yeah, it's not the way to go. I'm proud of that. Okay. But yeah, I dumped that quick, like you said, same time, and it felt better, more confident, more comfortable. Yes, I train with that gun, but still. You bring a female or smaller stature person to the range and put that in their hand compared to a revolver, they're going to have a similar result and be like, oh, that was fun.
And to be extremely clear, it wasn't the same time. You shot 6 rounds in the same time that you shot 13 rounds. 9 seconds in the fastest, and you had way better accuracy in the A zone. The one that you shot in 9 seconds is right there with a miss. You shot this in 9 seconds with 13 rounds, all in the A except for 1. So much faster, double the ammo, double the accuracy.
Yep.
Stop the revolver madness. Goodbye.